Greetings. Welcome back to another episode of the All Around Growth Podcast, a show that provides insight and tools to build the life and homestead of your dreams. My name is Rob Kaiser and I am your host. Today is Monday, January 31st, 2022. It is 7 degrees this morning. And while it may not seem like seasonal change is upon us, I assure you that it is. This weekend, we had a meeting with the farmers market, kind of an end of season recap meeting, get ready for next season meeting. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But because the seasonal change is upon us in the midst of winter, I felt like reading from the book 365 Tao might be appropriate on this 31st day of the year, bringing January to a close, welcoming February very soon. So today, we're going to read Orientation. Planets orbit the sun. Forms orbit the mind. Most of us embody disparate aspects in our personalities. These are our forms, the way we take shape. If we aren't careful, we can become confused by such complexity. We should not deny any part of ourselves. We should arrange them. All elements are valid. They must simply be placed in the right context. Those who follow Tao understand that a diverse personality is problematic only if some aspects dominate to the exclusion of others. This is unbalanced. If there is constant alternation between all aspects, then equilibrium is possible. Like the planets, feelings, instincts, and emotions must be kept in a constantly rotating order. Then all things have their place and the problems of excess are avoided. Just as the sun is at the center of our solar system, so too must the mind of wisdom be the center of our diverse personalities. If our minds are strong, then the various parts of our lives will be held firmly to their proper courses, and there will be no chance of deviation. All right, for those who aren't familiar, the book 365 Tao is a book written by Deng Dao, and it is a treasury of life-enhancing daily readings that turns a wise Taoist light on every facet of life. Each daily entry begins with a one-word title and its Chinese character in elegant calligraphy. A brief poetic aphorism provides the theme, followed by a clear, insightful meditation on the day's Taoist principle. And like we read, the day's Taoist principle was orientation. And we read about the sun being the center of our solar system and how our mind of wisdom must be the center of our diverse personalities. You know, and this is one thing that I struggle with in reading of self-help books and taking in of a lot of content of that nature. I find the authors who are creating that oftentimes to be difficult to relate to. I find their experiences to be difficult to relate to. You know, like, I'm not them. And I wrote about this, excuse me, in an article recently. The article was titled 7 Steps to Make 2022 Your Best Year Ever. And that was an article published in Men of Order, which is a great little community of people creating content in all of these various aspects of life. I'm grateful to have this opportunity to do this. And this idea of balance in life, it's not new. It's simple, but not easy. And I know that this podcast often sounds like a broken record, with the almost constant references to the 2022 goal setting workbook. But for me right now at this point in life, that has been an integral part of finding this balance. And it's tough. It's tough working a full-time job and trying to do things on the side and maintain your health and get an adequate amount of sleep. It's tough to do all of this life stuff and take care of yourself. You know, I was going to go off in some riff about how we get so consumed about, or with the idea of taking care of others, and then make this analogy of putting on our own oxygen mask first. And, you know, we all know the analogy. And I don't know what else to say. I know what I want to say, and I also know why I'm a little bit hesitant to say it. My life is not currently in balance. I've got a few things going on. I've got a lot of things going on, actually. And I don't know, for lack of a better term, it's caused everything that there's no cause, there's no blame, there's just observations. And this week I've got to make some changes. And you know, we talk about life and we talk about these different aspects of life: financial, physical, personal development, family, spiritual, social, career, right? And that right there is the basis of this article, 7 Steps to Make 22 Your Best Year Ever. Setting goals in each area of those areas of your life. And I'm trying to get back on track with all of those areas and find that balance that at one point I thought that I had. But you know what? Life is cyclical, and at times we find ourselves out of balance again. So luckily, we listen to shows like this to equip ourselves with tools and resources to live and build the life and homestead of our dreams. And right now, one of the big tools and resources that I am using is this workbook and other tools within the 48 Days Eagles community that I have also talked about in great detail. And yeah, it's all linked to in the show notes. And quite frankly, I need these little communities in life right now. With all these things going on, it's good to be amongst other people who also have a lot of things going on, to learn from them and see how they are finding balance in their lives. And I'm grateful to be going through this process, because it's helping, this process of writing, that is, because it's helping me learn, getting back to the book and the title and the poetic aphorism and the writing of the day. It's helping me orient my life after finding myself somewhat out of balance. I don't have to get to the point where things are chaotic again, because I'm recognizing the patterns, and I'm willing and wanting to make change, even though that change is going to be difficult. I am more interested in regaining the balance in my life than in having a full, strong rudder that keeps me stable in times when the waters get a little rough. I can't control the environment that I am in, but I can take steps to exit the environment that I'm in, and also ensure that the vessel that I am traveling, people are crazy driving. I'm up here at the school, and patience is a virtue, folks. It really is. But this workbook, this community, that's helping me build this vessel that is my own body, the way in which I handle life, the way in which I respond. It's how, I constantly read from the rudder of the day, which serves as a rudder, literally the rudder for my day. The more days that have this rudder, the stronger rudder I have in life. The stronger rudder I have in life, the more even keel I am, the more balanced I am, the less I have to react to things that are happening, because I've already been proactive with how I'm going to respond when these things happen. So I'm reacting less frequently, like a Jedi, right? Just yin yang. And I don't mean to take this into some weird esoteric talk, but there was a reason why I pulled this out of the stack of devotionals this morning to read from, to share from, without looking at in advance, because I'm feeling a little unbalanced, and the vague ambiguity that is the Tao always contains some little nugget of wisdom, and oftentimes it's that comes from the vague ambiguity that is exactly what we need to spark or fan the flame of creativity that already is there in our minds. And speaking of what is already there in our minds, we read about the solar system and the sun. And as I make this turn on the last little leg of the journey here, I'll share that once again with you. Just as the sun is at the center of our solar system, so too must the mind of wisdom be the center of our diverse personalities. If our minds are strong, then the various parts of our lives will be held firmly to their proper courses, and there will be no chance of deviation. The stronger mental rudder we have ensures that we stay on course. The stronger mental rudder that we have keeps us better able to stay on track, less apt to deviate from the course. Why does all this matter? What is the course? What is this path? What is the way in life? And why does it matter? Maybe it doesn't. That's okay if it doesn't to you. It's probably, if it doesn't matter to you, you're probably not listening to this. But for those of you who are, this idea of finding this path, the way, the course, the light, the truth, it's who we are. It's a part of our nature, something we can't stop. And so we seek in all of the different ways content we consume. This being a small part of it, but nevertheless, I am grateful for being a part of the content that you consume, because quite frankly, there is a lot of it out there, and the fact that you have chosen this, you have chosen to make this content a part of your day, brings joy to my life, and I'm very grateful for the fact that you have done so. So if you like what you hear, please check out the show notes. I'll link to this book that I referenced a couple times today, along with anything else that seems noteworthy. And you know what I didn't talk about? I didn't talk about the VFW in the farmers market meeting at all. At all. I just waxed philosophical, guys. But I'll have to see if I can remember to do that in a future episode. Actual updates from the farm and homestead with what I'm doing to build the life and homestead of my dreams, instead of just waxing philosophical talking about it. Ugh. All right. Oh, anyways, that's it, guys. Like I was saying before, I realized that I didn't talk about one of the very things that I was hoping to. I was just encouraging you to check out the show notes, where you can find links to noteworthy things and more. So check it out, and I look forward to seeing you in an episode tomorrow. Take care, guys. Have a great day. This is Rob Kaiser, and thank you.